This is BeatStars Gurus, the music marketing podcast for ambitious musicians. It's powered by BeatStars, the easiest way to sell beats, songs, albums, and keep 100% of your sales. To start selling for free today, visit beatstars.com. Hey music makers, my name is Abe and I'm the host of the BeatStars Gurus podcast. Each week we put out podcast interviews with successful musicians, experts, and entrepreneurs that will help inspire, motivate, and give you tips to increase your sales, traffic on your BeatStars store so you can live the life that you dream of having. And this week we sit down with Chicago-based music producer, KaCe the Producer, and he talks about the power of being a music producer and being able to create an unlimited product supply of content. And also talks about how being real and vulnerable on social media can help you connect with your fans, and creating uplifting music can help you as an artist. What's up, everybody? It's Abe with BeatStars, and this is the BeatStars Gurus podcast, where we sit down with some of our members, experts, entrepreneurs in our community and talk to them about their music life and what they do. Selling music online. And today we're sitting here with a really special guest, a guy that's been on our platform for many years, KaCe the Producer. How you doing, man?
Man, pretty good, man. Pretty good.
So first off, I don't want to start with any questions. I just kind of wanted to address something initially with you, because I think it's it's a side of the business not many people get to really see. Is first, I wanted to say thank you. And the reason why I want to say thank you is because you were one of the members over the years that always kept it real with us. Even if it was really negative stuff, like beating us down a little bit sometimes, and telling us, hey, BeatStars, you guys are fucking up right now, right? You guys are messing up. And those were some of the things that we really needed to hear, especially during our growing pains. And I just wanted to thank you for sticking it out, because a lot of people, if they have a really bad experience, especially with a startup company so small like us, mm-hmm. and we're building this whole industry, and like we're pioneering this whole thing, for you to tell us, you guys are fucking up, but when you get it right, I'm going to be there to support you, means like the most to us, man. That alone, you helped us create, better products, help us look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what are we really doing? Are we really creating things that are benefiting our members, or, so right, thanks for doing that, man.
Man, shoot, thanks for y'all for even taking the time to look at my messages or anything like that, and end up creating a really great site. Shoot, thanks goes to y'all.
All right, man. So let's so now that we're friends again, let's get into who is KaCe, where you're from, and why did you start producing music?
Well, I'm based in Chicago, in pretty much the heart of downtown Chicago, and actually just graduated from Columbia College Chicago with a major in audio arts and acoustics, and pretty much I got started actually way back in elementary school. Like, one of my homies actually put me on the Fruity Loops FL Studio when I was 12. And pretty much I opened it up, and like, most people, they'll see all those knobs and, sliders and stuff and kind of get intimidated by it. And I was just more so fascinated by it. And so then I just kept working with it. And by the time I was 14, my mom actually helped me make an LLC at that age. Like, I kind of barely remember how we did it almost. I remember like going with her to the courthouse and like filing a bunch of papers and stuff. It's real fuzzy, but we ended up doing it somehow. And then I ended up selling like my first beat online. And from then on, it was actually for $120 for an exclusive. And after that, it made me realize that there was actually something that could be made from this. I was like, okay, people want to actually, pay me for something I made in my bedroom. All right, that's crazy. Let me go ahead and try to do that. Mm-hmm. And so then, like, pretty much I just kept going with it, went through all the beat selling sites, trying to just market and promote. And, I came up on BeatStars, and it was just different. It was like, they have those other, all the other beat selling platforms, and I used them for a while, but like, especially now, like literally BeatStars has everything I'm looking for. They got the distribution, they've got all of the things you can link it to. You can put it on your Facebook, and they've got that, like now they got it so you can like post your beat on Twitter and you could just play it directly from there. And like literally, I keep finding new features on here that's starting to blow my mind now, and I'm wondering why not everybody's on it. Like, I go around to all my homies, and at some point, if we're talking about beats and online, at some point I literally do bring up BeatStars. At some point, it's kind of funny, but like,
that's dope, man.
Man, but like, yeah, like pretty much just. I really originally started doing all this because I started like doing it for myself, and really I was shy about putting it out there. And it started, people would hear it and be telling me, "Oh yeah, man, you should send that to me. I want to hear it in my car." And I'm just kind of blown away that they actually want to listen. So then, once I started putting it online and seeing that people actually really wanted it, that was pretty much my motivation to actually do it. And now I just kept building on it and kept learning new methods on how to do things, and now we're here.
I always say that producers are really undercover artists, but just too shy to be to be artists. So they just end up making the beats, man. And
that's so true.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing to learn, man. But Chicago is so rich with music, man. I mean,
yeah, it is.
Hip hop pioneers, everyone from Twista, to Do or Die, Chicago has, to me, it's crazy when I come up there and I listen and I meet up with some friends and I talk to people in Chicago. They literally listen to every coast of music, right? They're they love West Coast music, they love Southern music, they love Midwest music, they love East Coast music. They're so influenced by everyone else on the map.
For sure.
And you could hear it, in their, in a lot of Chicago artists' music, man. They're so influenced by everyone else. Is like, who are some of your biggest influences, not just in Chicago, but maybe, even outside of Chicago that really helps mold your sound?
Well, I guess the first one that comes offhand would actually be Pharrell. Like, I listened to a lot of Pharrell. Like, there were a lot of beats by Pharrell that I listened to the songs of back in the day and didn't even know they were Pharrell, but just loved them so much. And then come to find out, they were made by Pharrell. That's why I loved it so much. I said that so many times. And let's see, actually, the studio that I work at, Slang Music Studios over out here in Chicago, actually, the mentor I have there, his name is Vince Lawrence. And, I just got a lot of respect for him because he taught me a lot of, I guess, the methods that I use today in my music making. Like, he actually made the first, documented house genre beat or song, like way back in the day. He's like 50 something now.
Wow. And
he made this song when he was 19, and he's still getting checks on it from this day. Like, it's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Man, he's worked with some of everybody. And, I really look up to him. And let's see, who else? Man, I'd say, a lot of back in the day when I was first starting to make beats, I listened to a lot of Timbaland too. Or Timbaland, I don't know how you pronounce his name really, but but like, just like, his beats were so different, so dynamic. I don't really know the word to put on it, but like, it was just, that was a lot of inspiration to get me started. And now I kind of just look up to, man, there's so many good beats out nowadays. Like, I kind of look up to anything that sounds good now. Like, it's almost too much to even remember the names at this point. I'll just be asking all the time, "Oh, yo, who made that beat? Yo, what beat is this? No, the song is cool, but that beat though, like, all the time."
The talent pool is just, right now, I've never heard so much dope beats ever in my life. Like, just browsing SoundCloud and browsing, even BeatStars, man. Every single day, I'm finding just these producers that are just blowing me away. We've been building this since 2008, and I would say right now is probably the most exciting time for beats.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
The software is getting smarter, man. The software is getting smarter. It's able to adapt to your brain a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And as long as that becomes second nature for you guys, man. The sky's the limit with the sound. But so I mean, okay, so Chicago, man. You hear a lot of negative things in the news about Chicago, man, and it's one of my favorite cities, man. So much flavor, man. So diverse. When you set out to become a full-time musician and really become an entrepreneur online and really kind of taking your own life into your own hands, right? You're like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own music. I'm gonna become an entrepreneur, and you want to work for yourself. You don't want to have a boss to call to,
right?
And all it took was just a simple piece of software, very inexpensive equipment needed to get your business off the ground, right? Because everything is all digital nowadays,
right?
What kind of experience or what kind of testimony can you be for a lot of the kids in Chicago that feel like there's just really no hope to get out of that rut, that condition that they're living in? Do you feel like at some point, you really want to tell your success story more on a community level, so people can be inspired to do what you're doing?
Man, most definitely. Like literally every chance I get to tell somebody about like just what capabilities there are out there with this, I do. Like literally, I tell everybody, like, man, the internet game I feel like it's going to take over the world at some point. I feel like it's just moving more and more and more and more into the digital age. And literally, this whole business circulates around that. And like, a lot of people don't even understand it. It kind of blows my mind, honestly. Like, I start telling people, like, literally, if you look, there's too many people that are making music nowadays. There's too many people to not try to dab into as many people as you can. And literally, we're all being connected by internet all the time through every single social media. Like literally every conversation can go to social media. Every single conversation nowadays in 2016, whether it's on the news or it's on the couch, every conversation can start involving social media somehow. And so like, even just taking a look at it from a business point, it's like, why would I not get involved with this whole internet, digital, online business age and not get into things like social media and, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything that's online. And like, I try to tell people, but it really, man, the capabilities are endless. That's the best thing I have to say. The capabilities are endless. And as producers, we have unlimited inventory. It's a creative thing. We just make beats, and we just can always make more beats. So it's like we're a store that doesn't even have to outsource to get its supply or inventory or anything like that. And it's
so powerful. Yeah,
it's like the capabilities are really endless.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. When I talk to Grammy award-winning producers that have huge amounts of credits, and they're not even earning a fraction of what you guys are earning online, and you guys are still humbly, accessible. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of, I think the tide is starting to shift. The tide is starting to shift, and
it is.
And the name BeatStars is going to really, it's already becoming that, where you guys are becoming the stars of the internet, right? You guys are having such a huge social media following on YouTube and Twitter and everywhere. People are looking at you guys for the next kind of like sound. And so, and a lot of the guys sitting at the top get inspired by you guys, and a lot of times take your guys' music and create around what you guys are doing. But going back to social media, you're very honest and vulnerable on social media.
Yeah, like
You know,
yeah.
so okay, so you consciously really, display your life or your thoughts very vividly on social media. Whether it's an emotion that could be sometimes negative. You're just feeling a certain way. You could be, if you're angry about something. I follow you, and over the years, I felt like you've had some times in your life where you were just frustrated and you've given up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And you've really, displayed a human kind of emotion on your social media, where the majority of other people on social media, only portray the 99.99% of positive things that happen in their lives all the time.
Right.
But you're utilizing it in a more kind of natural human way.
Yeah,
right?
like as far as because I even, I noticed that too. And really, it's mostly because I really don't know any other way to say some type of things. Right. And it's just it's just naturally I don't really put much thought into it. It's when I just have a thought to put out, I just, throw it up there. And it's just it's just a pure unfiltered thing. Mm-hmm. I try to keep my social media, I try to, just keep it, pure, I guess.
Do you feel like that could be being that way, and because it's not really the norm of how people use social media, do you feel like that's worked to your advantage with your followers, your customers, your fans, your music, people really kind of, really knowing you on a vulnerable level, I guess,
Yeah, I think it actually helps people relate with me a lot, because whenever I talk to customers or clients or anything, when we have conversations, a lot of the times it's not a bunch of complete pure business jargon or anything like that. We're just yo, what's up, bro? Hey, you want to make some music? Hey, and it's a lot of my people that I'm involved with are really personable with me, and I think that probably is a big contributing factor to it. I think they just see me and they see, oh, this dude, he's online, he's selling his beats, but he's still a real person. I can hit him up and I can have a conversation with him, and we can actually bond and make something. And I feel like that's a big part of why I'm able to keep communication with all these people.
Right. Yeah, man. So, okay. So let's talk a little bit more about this journey, right? So it hasn't always been beautiful roses all the time, right? It's always,
oh no.
a musician's journey has a lot of, bumps and valleys, and it's really, really hard to find success. Now, I'll tell you, I've always been a fan, right? I've always listened to your music. I always sought after and listened to your stuff because I felt, I've started hearing your progression over the years. You've gotten better. You're probably at the best you've ever been. And now that you just graduated school, it's going to be kind of scary to see what you're going to do this summer. And and I can't wait. I can't wait to hear, everything that you're going to do this summer and beyond. But you've really been on fire this year, even while you're at school. You've been on fire. You've been really focused on your business side, generating thousands upon thousands of dollars monthly, selling beats, which is still a crazy phenomenon for me to even think about sometimes, right?
Man, it blows my mind.
And so how long did it take before you really started seeing success selling music online, and how have we played a role throughout those years for you while you were growing?
Well, let's see. When I started college, and that was probably, I guess, 2011 or so. Yeah, when I started college, I was at least at the point where I was able to, at least provide for myself. I wasn't able to really like if I wanted to get, the newest pair of Jordans or something, or any type of luxury that costs more than, just being able to go eat some takeout. I wasn't able to do that often, but I was at the point where I could provide for myself. I was able to actually, pay for my schooling and things like that, so I could provide. But like recently, like it's been quite good. Like recently, and that has been all BeatStars, like all BeatStars. It's been, a little of YouTube and a little of this and that, but BeatStars has been the main reason why it's been just really, really good. Like, I'm not even sure what even the main part of BeatStars did it, but it might be from the promotion to the distribution to the charts to, like, there's been so many new features coming up with BeatStars, like, every month. Like, it's just been kind of piling on top of itself. Mm-hmm. And like, my roommate, who's also my cousin, like, I talk to him about it all the time, and I'm just telling him, like, yo, oh man, look what BeatStars is doing. Like, I'm trying to actually, like, he's an artist, and I want him to set up a BeatStars profile and actually, get to network on there as well. Mm-hmm. Because I'm just starting to realize it's so good for anybody who's doing any type of music nowadays. Like, whether you're an artist or a producer, it's like, just because it's called BeatStars doesn't mean you can't be an artist and get on there and do your thing. Mm-hmm. Like, like, so, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just dope for you to kind of really use the platform the way it was made to be used.
Yeah.
And because you're doing that, you're seeing all the, you're seeing all the fruits from all that hard work, utilizing your YouTube, utilizing your Twitter, utilizing all your social media, but at the end of the day, using your pro page, your website, basically as your e-commerce hub to do business,
right?
With an all automated solution and things like that. But what have you? I mean, I know it's hard to measure, where your best promotional dollars go into when trying to promote your music. Mm-hmm. But what has been kind of like your number one source of, return on investment? Like, where have you seen spending money online? Anywhere. Where have you seen where you've seen yourself? Wow, okay, like, I've spent some money doing this, promoting my music here. I'm seeing some really good return right now.
Right.
Where has that been?
I'd say one would be Google, and I guess YouTube would be, parted with that.
Yeah.
But those two, they get you a presence that's pretty much, I guess, always going to be there. Like, there's always going to be Google, and so that really helps. And then but actually, I do the of course, the BeatStars promo, and get that front page, like, literally. The front page, it generates. Wherever there's traffic, there's going to be, traffic.
Right. So
the front page of BeatStars, and really a lot of Twitter. I'm still trying to figure out how to actually do promotions on Twitter, I guess the right way. And actually Facebook too. Because there's actually a value to getting likes on your Facebook page. I'm starting to learn, and I'm starting to learn a little bit more about it. But really just mainly that, just search engines and social media. Like, as far as internet goes, past word of mouth, any chance I get, I try to do something out here in Chicago locally, try to work with any artist I can. We got Alex Wiley, we got Saba, we got Chance the Rapper, Vic Mensa. So I try to, communicate with them and try to link with them as much as I can. But really, as far as online, like, really social media and your beat websites and search engines, really.
And of course, it doesn't, I would probably say what drives all that engagement first is focusing on creating great music.
Yes, most definitely. That's a given.
Yeah,
that's definitely a given.
It don't matter how much marketing or advertising skills you have, if your music is hot garbage, it's
exactly.
No one's gonna.
That's like the first step. A lot of people don't get past.
They think they can just jump right in and start selling beats online, and hats off to them. Everybody, I love ambition, right? I love ambition. I love everyone, But it didn't take. We didn't become beat stars yesterday. It took 8 years, right?
Exactly.
And so, and especially, since you were 12 years old, making beats and learning and experiences and understanding sound and graduating with a degree in something that's, relatable to audio and acoustics and understanding all that stuff, man. I mean, I think everyone needs to go back into focusing on the education of music making, probably.
Most definitely.
Before they can start, putting together a marketing plan. Because I hate to kind of give people a false reality. Like, yeah, come on, sign up to BeatStars. You're gonna make millions. Come on, let's set up a profile. And then people get let down, and then they don't understand, and they don't get and that's why we have like the A&R review, because we want people to know whether their music is marketable or not. And if it's not, and we keep it 100% real. If it's not marketable, dude, cancel your membership. Don't come on BeatStars. Don't sell. We don't want your money.
Exactly.
And we put those things in places because we want you to know where you're at in your career. What has been? You've talked about your mentors. You've talked about people that you go to. Who is there a process for you to kind of gauge where you're at musically? Do you have a certain group of people that you really trust their opinion in getting their getting their feedback on your music before you really push hard, I guess?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like my cousin, my roommate, he's like one of the most straightforward people I know. And if I make something whack, he'll literally tell me, even if I'm in the process of making it, he'll just walk in my room like, "Hey yo, cuz, nah." And I'll just be like, "Oh, word."
Real time feedback.
I'll save it and then come back to it later or something. And then he'll next beat he'll walk in like, "Hey yo, cuz, yeah." And like, I'll send stuff to him. And Kevin K Beats, that's my bro. I've known him since, before high school. We teamed up. Our production crew is the Recruits. Me and him, our production team. So, if you ever hear, call the Recruits as a tag on BeatStars anywhere, that's us. But
yeah, he was giving us some inside information about you yesterday. And, it was dope to hear your guys' relationship and having another person on that same almost identical journey. I feel like I'm talking to the same person. We talked to Kevin. It's such a blessing to have someone along with you on that journey, man. It really makes life more enjoyable that way, man.
Yeah, man. It's real great. It's like honestly, I really can't even imagine what life would be like without Kevin. At this point, like he's like my, direct bro, like closer than blood. So it's like that's awesome, it's a real blessing.
That's dope, man. Yeah, he was telling us about some of your bad habits as a roommate. And, nah, I'm just joking. But yeah, I mean, okay. So I mean, I want to get into one of your tracks. We're gonna play one of your tracks. We'll come back and break it down a little bit, and you tell me a little bit why you created this track. And this is one of my go-to tracks. Pretty much, I listen to it on a daily basis. It's it gets me feeling like a winner. And yeah, so this is like a winner with Hook by KaCe, the producer, and we'll be right back.
Popping out like a winner. Fill my cup, ain't got no draw like a winner. Gas burning, got the light like a winner. Said she want me in her mouth like a winner. Diamond shining bright like a winner. Well, a shorty and I need me a winner. She can bend a bad just like a winner. We be smoking on a pad like a winner. Yeah.
All right, so that was Like a Winner by KaCe, the producer. Man, yo, this track right here, man, I think it's probably your top selling track too.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
definitely up there.
Yeah, it's one of your top selling tracks. This gets me going. Now, did you write that chorus before making the beat, or was that something that you kind of were doing it simultaneously while you're creating?
I kind of made the beat with the type of chorus in mind.
Okay.
And just kind of wrote after I made the beat pretty much. But like I knew the whole idea of what I wanted to make, I guess when I started, just didn't really have the right words to put on it. But usually when I write my hooks, I'll kind of like just have a little session where I'll just sit down and listen to the beat and they just start kind of flowing. Like once I get started, the ideas kind of flow. Sometimes it's hard for me to start writing, but once it gets started, the train gets rolling. But that was pretty much the process with that. And I just kind of knew what idea I wanted to get at the end. And I was just thinking, you know, I'm not going to stop coming up with ideas until I get this certain idea, this certain feeling. And I kind of wanted that, I guess, you know, be able to, I guess, like, I call these beats like swag out beats, like kind of beats like stun on beats, like, you know, just, you know, balling like a winner, you know, like that kind of idea.
Yeah.
And I kind of just wanted that feeling in the beginning of it, so I just pretty much worked until I got it.
Yeah, man, I could just imagine every rapper writing to that beat, what they're writing about. What kind of topics do you think they're writing about?
Man,
have you heard some of the finished products from that track?
I heard a few, and like, you know, it's like literally rappers they're feeling real confident on these songs. It's like every time somebody tells me how they were feeling about it, it's like, man, you know, it just make me feel, you know, like a winner. They always end up saying it. It's like becoming a phrase almost. You know, it's made me feeling like a winner, man. You know, like, I don't know. It's pretty cool.
That's positive, man.
Yeah.
It's real positive to have what you created in your brain, lay it out on a digital platform, digital software, and then get people to feel confident about themselves, you know?
Yeah, man.
Just by listening to a song. Like, we can be in the deepest, darkest places, but sometimes when you play music like that, you know, it just takes you to a better place. And that's the beauty of music, man. Do you intentionally kind of do that sometimes? Do you feel like, you know, you're like, you know, I want to get people feeling better about themselves. Do you consciously put yourself in a position where it's like, I really don't want to make something too dark and too sad. I want people to feel confident. Is that something you kind of proactively think about when you're creating music?
Oh, most definitely, man. Like, because there's been times, you know, I'll make beats because I'm feeling down and want to feel up. And, you know, a lot of the times I'll end up actually doing it with making the beat. Like being honest, I haven't even told many people about this, but I guess people are going to know now. But there's been beats where like I'll actually shed a tear while I'm making it because it sounds so uplifting. And it's just like, man, I feel like I can actually do anything right now. Like there's been beats that's just like, man, I'm really actually making this. Holy crap. Like usually like a lot of the times, like it's a weird process. Sometimes I'll sit in front of the computer and I'll just have a little idea. And then it's just almost like I black out and just like start hearing sounds before I even lay them down and just putting things together, and boom, I come back and it's just like, holy crap, I just made this. What is going on?
That's powerful. That's powerful, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy how just by tapping into our human emotion can completely influence what we create artistically.
Man, it's real.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's how the greats created these timeless songs, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure when Tupac was writing a lot of his stuff, he was probably crying after that session too. Like,
oh yeah, you know, definitely.
You know, there's I think art. That's the beauty about like art, man. Is just tapping into that emotion. Artists and producers, anyone that's creating anything that you want to have stick forever, you know, go deep. You like go deep, man. And
yeah, man.
I'm really happy you brought that up because as a writer myself, I mean, you have to go deep.
Yeah,
you have to go deep.
And like everybody has a soft spot. Like even the hardest of hard dudes has a soft spot, and literally music is one of the best ways to touch that. And like music, you can touch a person just by listening to your song. They can actually feel that emotion and feel, you know, that strong feeling within themselves, and they don't even have to tell anybody about it. And usually that's the only thing stopping somebody from, you know, telling somebody about it, is the fact that somebody else would know. So they can actually have that feeling and have that whole experience within themselves just from hearing your music. And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, so okay. Now I wanted to, you know, do something that I normally haven't done during these you know, during these podcasts, but I feel like you guys wouldn't be who you are without your customers, right? People that are buying your music. Who are some of the artists that, you know, that you who are your constant customers that, you know, that show you love and that you would like to just shout them out real quick, you know, just to say what's up?
Well, actually, and like, excuse me, hopefully it doesn't sound biased at all, but actually I do want to give a shout out to my cousin who's also an artist, but he actually buys my beats, and he's my family member. He's been, you know, there's been times he'll buy beats and, you know, he'll record on them and everything like that. He'll buy them and actually, you know, help me pay for the rent and stuff like that. But
that's dope.
Yeah, he goes by G-Mac the Singer. You can find him online. But yeah, shout out to him first off. And shout out to actually you know, Les Twins. Actually, you know, have you heard of Les Twins, the French dancers? They're Beyonce's like background dancers, and they're these French twins from well, I guess France, but they go by Les Twins.
Okay.
And they're, I guess, the best dancers I've ever seen, but they have a huge following on YouTube, and they actually used one of my beats for 2 of their videos, and they both got nearly 1 million views right now.
That's awesome.
And it led to just some great publicity, actually.
That's great, man. That's great. Yeah, man, I just feel like, you know, it's like it can't be take all the time. Sometimes we just gotta, you know, show love to the people that are supporting you, paying your bills, that are continuing the progression of your career, you know?
Yeah, man. Like he's like, and like I said, I really don't want to seem biased because he's my cousin, because he really goes with the mindset of being a client first. Like anytime we record, he pays me by the hour. Anytime he gets a beat, he pays me, you know, the rate that I charge online. And so
that's crazy, man. That is like, you know, that's love, man. That's a lot of love, especially from, you know, a family member that supports you. He must really believe in you.
Yeah, and, like he talks to me all the time about it. You know, he like coaches me on it. He actually played professional basketball, so he kind of knows all about, I guess, structure and you know, listening and just a lot of what the world has to offer. He's seen a lot of the world, and so he just likes to tell me anything he can to get me ready for the world. So, you know, it's real respect.
Yo, that's awesome, man. It's great that you have him. So, everybody, this is KaCe the Producer. We're gonna wrap this up. Head over to his website, KaCeTheProducer.com. His BeatStars profile is beatstars.com/KaCe the Producer. KaCe, do you have any last words you want to tell the folks out there, man? It's been an awesome conversation to have with you, man. Man,
it's been a great conversation, man. And I guess last thing I'd like to say is, everybody, some words I go by every day: don't panic and stay blessed.
Dope. All right, guys, we'll see you next week on the BeatStars Gurus podcast, where we bring on another guru to talk about their life and their journey in music. Peace out.
Peace.